y'all, thanks for stopping by. My name is Evie Latte, or the Purpose Queen. If this is your first time stopping by my channel, welcome. But please don't make it your last time. Subscribe to my channel. We have some interesting convos going here. I talk about immigration, travel. I share some vlogs once in a while. I do some reviews once in a while. It's wholesome content, really. You're going to enjoy me. I'm a new immigrant in Canada. I'm from Nigeria, and it's just going to be vibes on vibes. I mean, I don't mean to quote Ira Star, but welcome, welcome. Subscribe, like, share, comment down below. Today, I will be sharing the step by step process to apply for permanent residence in Canada via express entry. Please forgive me if I skip some things because I started my process 4 years ago and it took me a while. It was quite a bit of an up and down. And I am not an immigration consultant, at least not right now. But anyway, so yes, if there's some things that are lacking, forgive me. But you know what? That doesn't have to be the end. Just ask me in the comments or on social media and I will respond. Thank you. Let's get into the video. Okay, so before you apply, you have to know what your CRS score is because the Canadian Express Entry System is based on your scores, gathering a few information, vital information from your current status. So that includes like your work experience, your educational background, your age, your family situation. Are you single? Are you married? If you're married, would you be relocating with your family? Things like that. So I mentioned that in my previous video, which I'm going to be linking in this one. And I also talked about the CRS score there. So anyway, that's the first point of duty. You start by calculating your CRS score, thereby knowing if you will be eligible. You can calculate it separately or you can calculate it when you create your express entry profile. You create that on the Canada immigration website, which I'm also going to link that one as well. So when you calculate that, then you go ahead to create your profile. You fill in all your information, your personal details, like I said, everything. You fill in your background. Usually, why people calculate their scores before creating this profile is because their scores that they calculate are usually tentative. They do it before writing their IELTS. If you're already written your IELTS and you're fine with the results, then you can go ahead and create your profile because there where you create your profile, you will fill in the IELTS. When I wrote my IELTS, it cost me 75,000 naira, but now I know that it is about 85,000 naira. Please, if that is not the price, because I know that these things keep changing because of economic situation and all that. If that isn't the current price, you can also write what the current price is for someone who might be concerned in the comments. Okay, so as well as the educational credential assessments, when I did mine, I used WES. And I'm not even going to lie, I can't remember how much exactly it cost me because I paid then in Naira, but now it costs 240,000. Please forgive me, I lied. 240 Canadian dollars. Yes, that's how much it costs now. I don't know how much it is in Naira, but I know that that's what it costs because they will do the evaluation and they will send the report straight to the IRCC. You have to get all your transcripts and everything from your educational background from your schools and send it to them. Like I said, I use WES, which is World Education Services. So you get all those details and send it to them and they will evaluate it and send the reports to IRCC. If you want a copy as well, they will send it to you so you know what your education is valued at in Canada. For me, my highest point of education was a master's degree, which I got in England, and it was also the same thing here. And it didn't actually take me a long time to send to West because I did mine electronically, and that was all that was required. Okay, so after you've created your profile and you sent it, they would let you know if you are eligible. Before you submit, you will be asked about, I think the last phase is work experience. So please try to know what your NOC is for your profession, whatever it is that you do. There's an NOC for it, and to know how long you have worked as well in that NOC. I also mentioned that in my last video. That is usually the last point before you submit your application. If it goes through, then no problem. That's puts you in the pool. You are now in the pool, so that means you are now with a long list of other people who are also waiting all over the world to become permanent residents of Canada. But that is a brilliant step. That is putting your foot forward. And at that point, me, I will say congratulations. I know you're not yet a permanent resident, but still congratulations. That is a huge step. Okay, so when you are drawn from the pool, it means your score was high enough, because that is how it is done. It is quite straightforward. If they need, for example, 5,000 people within this who have from 500 above in scores. At the time when I applied, like I said, when I started in 2018, the scores were as low as 370, if I remember correctly. But by the time I was drawn, I I had a score of 475. So if you need more than that, because now I think they've gone as high as 500, 498, it fluctuates, and they do the draws every 2 weeks. You can also check on the site, it pops up, they notify you. So if you have been drawn because maybe your score was high enough, or for some miraculous reason, you have been drawn, you will get an email, you get a notification, you will log back into your profile, and there you'll be asked to fill more information about where you've lived, about your family, if you'll be coming in with them. And these will now, in turn, provide the list of documents you need to provide in order for you to apply for permanent residence. So then you were just eligible for it, but now you are actually applying for it. Know the difference. So in my case, I had to provide police reports for both England and Nigeria, seeing as I had lived there when I was schooling there. And to get the one from England, it wasn't actually easy, but it was also straightforward. I downloaded the form, filled it, and I took it to DHL. I wanted it to be sent quickly to England, so I used DHL. But on getting it back, I requested for postal service. And we know how postal services in Nigeria. I almost cried. But I was so happy that it came in one piece after some time. So if you're doing it in Nigeria, you just go to the police station. The list of police stations and the list of places are usually given on the Canadian website, because they want you to go to the headquarters, which was where I went to in Lagos. And at the time, it cost me 7,500 naira, but now it is as high as 50,000 naira. Also, for proof of funds, you need to show that you have been earning an income, and you need to show that you have enough money to take care of yourself when you come into Canada, because you might not get a job immediately. But even if you can get something to be working on the side, it's fine as far as you can sustain yourself. But either way, they want to be sure that you have, if you're coming alone, you have at least 13,757 Canadian dollars. I hope I'm not mixing it up, but I believe that that is the current amount. At the time I applied, it of $12,850. For your medicals as well, it is also straightforward. They let you know the hospitals you should go to. There's one in Ikeja, one in Victoria Island, and one in Abuja. And at the time I applied, it cost 45,000 naira. I'm not for certain how much it costs now, but I know that the increase for the medicals hasn't been so much. So after you've paid for and gotten all these documents, then you submit them there on your profile, and you pay the application and processing fee. So I had never done biometrics before then. Like I said, I'd never come to Canada. So as well, I paid for my biometrics, and I remember I paid a total of 1,040, okay, 1,040 US dollars, but that was 1,400 Canadian dollars. Right now, it costs 1,450 Canadian dollars. Yeah, sorry, I just had to check to be sure. Right now, it costs 1,450 Canadian dollars for you to pay for your right of permanent residence, your application fee, and your biometrics together. So after you have paid, you are submitted your profile as well, and you just have to wait to hear back from them to know when you have to go and give your biometric to go to the VFS. Okay, so the VFS I went to was the one in Lekki in Lagos. I don't know if that is currently how it is, but I believe it's the same place. There's another one in Abuja as well. but I went there to give my biometrics. And there's a document that I was asked to print when I got there. I was asked to print at the gates. You know, there are different people working there wanting to take your passports. Guys, if you can get that document prior to that time, please do, because getting it there cost me way more. I don't know if that's how it's being done in other countries, but this is for my Nigerians. If you can get that document before then, please do. I'll try to remember what it's called and see if I can link it below. Okay, so after this process of biometrics, is not long after you are asked to submit your passport itself for the visa. These are all straightforward processes, guys, and you submit again at that VFS. And when I went back this time, they asked me for that document yet again, but this time around, I was ready for them. I had already printed it out, filled it. There are usually instructions given to you by the IRCC, which is the Canadian Immigration. There are usually instructions given to you about your passport, what it should look like, and everything. So once you follow all these things, any instruction that is given to you, please try to adhere to it. Don't overdo, don't underdo. Once you do all these things and submit, then your visa will be stamped and your passport will be sent back to you, and you are given a time frame in which you can use to enter into Canada. If you follow these steps, trust me, you have nothing to lose. You would get your permanent residence just like that, sharp, sharp. Okay, so I hope with these few points I explained the process of applying for express entry for the Federal Skilled Worker Program. I hope it was clear. I hope it was as concise as possible. I didn't want the details to be bulky because I don't want to bombard people with information. I just need you to understand it the barest way possible. Please, if there's anything you do not understand, you can ask me in the comments. You can also watch my previous videos and subscribe and turn on your notification bell, because there will be more videos addressing these things. There will be more videos on how to go about this process. Thank you for watching. I will see you in my next one.